Episode 5, Alternate History in the World. Let's get into it. So, last episode, many things happened, such as stuff. Today we're going to be starting with Italy, as the Italians are having some issues right now, specifically with their collapse. Because currently, Italy is losing colonies. They've already lost this Western Australian colony here, or at least part of it. But this colony here is going to break away, and the Italians can't do anything about it. And the American colonies that they own have already broken away. And the next colony that's going to think about breaking away is Algeria, and the Italians are going to be attempting to stop this from happening, but you can't really stop a revolution too well. Well, yeah. Specifically, over in the Indian colonies, has, well, we're just gonna have Italy colored red for now. It's kind of like a daily Italy update. Italy used to control these North American states here, and these two Western Australian countries, but now they don't own either of them. Well, not so great things are going to be happening to Italy now, as Sri Lanka is going to be breaking away from them. And the Italians can't even do anything about this, as more and more groups around India are going to be breaking away, and the Indian Civil War is happening. The Germans will be sending support, but, well, yeah. This is what the Indian Civil War looks like so far. This is the Italian. What happened here? Yeah. What I was saying. This is the Italian areas, and the rest of these are small groups that are trying to break away from Italy. And the Italians can't really defend this because the Germans are mainly just using it for them. The Italians are going to be attempting to bring back the morale by invading another country that's name is Ireland, and they will be sending their troops over into the Irish area. And they are going to be quick to fall, as the Italians are actually capable this time of conquering Ireland, and they also go ahead and conquer Iceland. And the Italians are trying to rebuild, but also the Spanish are starting to lose some of their colonies as well. As, well, we can see that a huge chunk of the Spanish colonies are going to break away. Like a really, really big chunk. And this is the chunk that breaks away. But oh no, this thing immediately goes into its own civil war, as this thing is very unstable right here. So what's going to happen is many groups throughout this basically desert country, or just not full desert, but a lot of it, mainly in the north, a giant Saharan group breaks away, and also a lot of other smaller groups throughout these areas. And this thing is just going to be forced to surrender. And this is the division of that colony. It's pretty divided. And time to get back to Italy, as another pretty big area is going to break away from the giant Italian African colony, or more likely rebel. As Somalian areas are going to be rebelling away from the Italians. And the Italians can't really fight this, as they are also having their own problems at home, because the French are breaking away, the southern French. And they are just going to make deals with both of these areas, and they can gain their independences. And this is the update. As well, Italy's lost all. Wait, who owns Corsica? I'm pretty sure the Italians owned it. Yeah, but they still own it. And Italy is just slowly collapsing over time, and we can take a break from Italy. Never mind, because we're going back to Italy, as Italy is re-invading Albania. As the Italians will be sending their troops into Albania, but then, they get aid from foreign powers, and they lose in Albania. And, well, like a few days after the Albanian invasion is done, the Ottomans are going to be invading the Albanians as they swoop throughout this country within a matter of like days as well. And this is like a very tumbling feat for the defeat for the Italians, as they've just lost a bunch of their territory. And oh, they can't even hold on to Ireland, as Ireland rebels away. Or Iceland. Yeah, it's not looking good for the Italians, but we can take a break from Italy and go somewhere else, also known as this giant Ottoman thing here. As well, it is going to gain. We're going to be looking at some alliances today, Some countries are going to be joining alliances as Afghanistan joins the Circle Alliance. Yeah. And also, some of these breaking away groups are going to be funded by the Ottomans, is what some of them are going to state for some reason. But the Ottomans are also going to be getting allies in the new Somali country and also this desert country here. And they're also going to get an ally of Spain. And this French country is neutral for now, but who knows what's going to happen. When we go to South America, the Triangle Alliance is going to be expanding more, as Ecuador will eventually join the alliance, and even Paraguay. Officially, after Uruguay and Chile join the alliance, that will officially make all of South America, except the German colony, over in the Triangle Alliance. All of it. Yeah. These American states are also surprisingly going to join the Triangle Alliance as Georgia, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Kentucky/Tennessee, North Carolina, and South Carolina, which are the states that became independent, kind of, are all going to be joining the Triangle Alliance. And some other countries that would join the Triangle Alliance include Cuba, the Dominican Republic, and Haiti. And you, Puerto Rico? I don't know if you're independent. Wait, were you? I'm pretty sure you were part of America at this time. Yeah, because the Triangle Alliance is basically spreading across America, as they also will gain this country as a member in South America. And, well, time to go to Europe. Because Austria-Hungary is also having its own issues, as some territories throughout this very ethnically diverse empire are going to want to break away. For this context, there's a lot of different ethnic groups in this area. There's like Croatian groups, Bosnian groups, Montenegrin groups, Macedonian-ish groups, Serbian groups, Austrian groups, Czech groups, Slovakian groups, Ukrainian groups, Romanian groups, Hungarian groups, Slovenian groups. There's just groups everywhere across this country. And even some Italian groups. And this thing is chaos. And the Austro-Hungarian Empire is going to have some unrest. So, the Yugoslav area is going to rebel away as the Austrian-Hungarians enter the Yugoslav Civil War. As well, many of the Austro-Hungarian Civil War, as the Yugoslavian areas will be breaking away and continuing their advances over here. And then eventually the Czech Republic is going to declare their independence from Austria-Hungary. And eventually, Romania is going to declare its independence, as none of these countries want to be part of the Austro-Hungarian Republic. And Italy, finally seeing an opportunity, is going to join in on this war in order to get back some of their lands that they believe are theirs. So they invade these lands and even take some of these mountainous regions and start pushing towards the capital in Vienna, which is going to cause even more groups such as Hungarians and Ukrainians to break away, as all these republics will just be breaking away, and, well, eventually Vienna is going to be taken, and we can look at a peace treaty. In this peace treaty is the Czech Republic, Slovakia, parts of Ukraine, Hungary, parts of Yugoslavia, Romania, and Italy annexes some lands, and Austria-Hungary is divided. If you look at Finland over in the Nordic areas, we are going to see that Finland joins the Scandinavian Republic / the United Kingdom. Yeah, not the British one, but the Scandinavian one. Yeah, the Scandinavian United Kingdom. Very, very, very nice. Definitely won't cause some issues. Who knows? In the future. I don't know the future of the series yet. I just wing it. Yeah, but how's Germany surviving all this? As the world collapses, Italy loses their colonies everywhere, and the Austrian-Hungarians collapse. As Yugoslavia is going to collapse even more, as groups in Slovenia and Croatia, which the Croatian groups are going to look something like this, and also Bosnian groups are going to break away from Yugoslavia, and even Montenegrin's groups. And, well, this thing is basically blown up. But how's Germany doing all this? Well, Alex Einstein, the very powerful leader of this country, is instating policies that don't allow any of these territories to break away. And because he's so powerful, How else would he be this powerful if he was able to go back in time, get a war, make this whole entire universe where Germany wins World War One? Yeah. How else would he? He's probably pretty powerful if he's able to do that. And well, he's just he's very powerful. He's a very powerful leader. Let's just say that. Yeah. Time to go over here. As an agreement, let me put the alliance layers on. China is going to make an agreement with Japan, and also Japan is having stability issues, so Korea is going to gain its independence. And because of that, the Chinese are going to be declaring war on Korea. And when they do, Japan doesn't really care, as they didn't even want it, because they're having a lot of stability issues as Pyongyang is taken and eventually Seoul is taken, kind of the dual capitals of this place. And the peace treaty is going to be pretty simple, as we can see that both Koreas, or the Korean countries, fully annexed into the giant Chinese Empire. And just the day after, or a couple days, a week, about 2 months after the Korean peninsula was annexed, China is going to rename itself from the ROC / the Republic of China to the Qing Dynasty. Qing Dynasty is back. But why did Japan release Korea? Well, we need to look at that because Japan is having a civil war, as both these islands and these northern islands here all three broke away, and Japan is just they will be able to be peace treaty time, as Japan is able to hold on to its mainland areas, and the rest of the areas, the islands, so these three are not Japanese anymore, and they are their own independent countries. But Japan is still staying in the so-called alliance. Yeah. India is still chaos, and people are still wondering, how is Germany living? Oh, and with Equatorial Guinea, Germany gains land because they stole it. Yeah. 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 And that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Alternate History in the World. See you in the next episode, and bye!